photo from Reddit. Someone put a side-by-side
Wow.
photo. But I know that you've probably seen it by now. This photo from Reddit. Someone put a side-by-side photo of you and their great-grandfather.
Wow.
So, are you a time traveler, or are you related to this man?
Evidently, I am a time traveler.
I mean, it's kind of remarkable.
It is. In the eyes, I know. I saw it. It kind of spooked me a little bit. But evidently, I do travel in time, and I didn't know it until now.
Have you met that family?
Evidently, I have.
Are you your own grandfather? He's his own great-great-great-great-grandfather.
It's like just chilling up there. It's not even moving. It's not even moving. It's just chilling. What the fuck? That is absurd. It's not moving. It's not moving. No, it's landing gears down. That is bull. It's like it's stuck to time or something. I knew I fucking saw something weird. What?
Yes, and there's a plane up there. That plane is hovering! That plane is hovering! What? Ran out of gas. No, that's impossible! It's impossible to have a plane! That's impossible!
So here's the one I was telling you about. On January 22nd, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 307 departed from Frankfurt, Germany, en route for Charlotte, North Carolina. While passing over Greenland, passengers and crew witnessed a strange anomaly occurring outside the aircraft. So exactly 2:26, Airways Flight 307, while in mid-air, stopped at complete inertia, suspended from gravity for a total of 13 minutes before resuming course. U.S. Airways would not comment on the incident, which has remained unexplained. What follows is the only video of the phenomenon recorded from a digital camera from on board the aircraft. It must have been pretty terrifying. You can see their hands shaking. I noticed in this one that there are some sound cuts. Just that you can hear the microphone picking up, and then it just doesn't for a couple little seconds here and there. And I don't know if that was a camera thing, but again, I think we should look at this with a fresh mind and consider all of the little anomalous things in these videos. And those sound cuts could be indicative of, I don't know, malfunctioning electrical equipment usually indicates a change in something. Electricity, for one, current, frequency, there can be disruptions. So I think we should keep all those things in.
About how aircraft or jet engines are now in front of the wings versus under the wings. It did look strange to me. I've flown 100,000 miles or more between maybe 96 and 2002. I used to cover 10 states, been in countless airports. It did look and does look very strange to me. So being the freak that I am, I went and got my 9/11 Flight 175 and Flight 11 models. And it looked weird, and the best way to show you this is not to just show you Google Images, but to show you the model. So that profile is strange to me. It is. Am I saying this is a Mandela Effect? For sure, I don't know right now. And the reason this is such a big deal to me is because it's an engineering perspective supported by the wing, just this, I don't know, one or two very, very strong bars come from the wing. They're encased in the same aluminum or whatever makes up the wing, but they all extend out. In some cases, the engine so far in front of the wing, from a military standpoint, just creates a larger profile. In other words, it gives the enemy more to shoot down. Meaning it extends back through time. Once a change is noticed, you can't go back and say, oh, this was the date of change. It goes back, and all of time is affected. I mean, this is one of the original 707s in 1957.
field.
Fireball.
Enough to seriously affect a plane the size of the Airbus. At the time, Molin said he had been trained to use the rudder in this way by American Air.
The reason behind the incident was a mistake by Ottawa 22-ton air crash that affected the plane. Gimli glider. Gimli glider is the name of an Air Canada Boeing 767 that once performed an impressive landing. The 132-ton aircraft with
This one kind of got me. If you look at the picture of Mona Lisa, the current picture of Mona Lisa, she looks like she's got a little smirk in the corner of her mouth, and also her eyes have got a faint smile. When I first heard about this one, I was like, no, that's not how I remember it. I always imagined and thought I've been to the Louvre, I've seen this picture. I always thought she got a very, very straight face, barely an expression at all.
Looking at the Chase Bank and I was thinking, wow, that is just so much blue. It's like the letters are in blue, the logo is in blue. It's just all blue, blue, blue. I wonder if that's going to change in a Mandela Effect. Like, it's got to become not blue or something. I got to watch this one carefully. Well, lo and behold, about a month later, or maybe even less, suddenly all the Chase Banks changed to white. So the logo stayed blue, but the letters became white. And I was like, that is just crazy. I've got to put that in a video at some point. Well, this is the time, because the story gets even crazier from here, and I even documented it by photo, so I hope you can catch this before the photos fully change or morph. Like, there's black letters Chase and white letters Chase, but the blue just seemed to be gone. It's just a logo online for their credit cards. It's no longer on their actual banks. And at least not in my area. And I was like, wow, this is just so weird, because it's like their logo isn't even standardized anymore, which is not a normal policy for companies. They want to have one logo and they stick to it so that you know what it is when you're seeing it. It's locked in your memory, triggers you. So then I was driving along and I see this. This was completely crazy. I saw one that looked like it was morphing from white to black, and it was like gray colored in areas and splotches of like the black was coming through the white, or I wasn't sure if it was changing from white to black or black to white, but it looked like it was changing into black to me, like it was mostly white kind of turning into black. And then I looked at the front of it, and that one was purple. So that was really creepy, because I was like, I've never seen a purple one. So I just got a picture. I thought, well, that's really weird. And now they're turning purple. Like, what's going to happen next? They're going to be yellow. Okay, so then fast forward like about a week or two later, I'll try to find the exact date between these two pictures and put it in the titles here. So I'm driving along at the same bank, same locations, same street signs. Not only had the number on the bank changed, because it used to be 6410 and now it's 6400, but I don't have a picture of that because it changed in all my pictures, so there's nothing I can tell you but my memory. But the letters all changed to pure black. So now the purple one's black, and the one that was morphing into black is pure black. And
out of the blue, he mentions Pizzagate. This is 2011. Pizzagate. Clear as a bell, you can't miss it. Now, I ran back through 2011, and I can't find anything Pizzagate related at all, except for Donald Trump mentioning it. So listen for yourself. Tell me what you think of the comment.
Last time I had him on my show was in a fairly lively debate with you, actually. What do you make of this?
Well, I was a little surprised by that debate because all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere and starts going crazy. And, you know, I've known him over the years and I learned a lot about him that night. I was absolutely shocked. I mean, he was, I found, to be almost unstable. And I watched this today because I was watching between Pizzagate and Anthony Weinergate, because I was watching between Pizzagate and Anthony, between Pizzagate and Anthony Weinergate.
Okay, so he, without a doubt, absolutely, definitely said Pizzagate and then Weinergate. And like I said, I can't find anything that's related. I find it very odd. It could be more of the same, which would be predictive programming, putting it out there, or them letting us know that they were going to pull this.
His own time machine and had claimed that he was able to go into the immediate future and the immediate past. I don't think he was able to do anything too crazy, but I mean, that's crazy enough, right? If it even happened. He moved to the US in the late 1800s, and when he died in 1943, the US actually took all of his stuff. And you guys aren't going to believe this, but the name of the office that seized all of Tesla's information, all of his work, everything he was working on, everything he was doing, was actually the Office of Alien Property. Yes, that is seriously what it's called. You can look it up. So, you know, once it got in the hands of them and the FBI, they wanted to hire someone who knew what they were doing to look through all of Tesla's work, all of his notes, and see if there's anything that they could possibly weaponize, just like ideas, stuff like that. And they actually hired a guy, and he was an MIT professor who was very, very smart, and he was hired to go through all of Tesla's things and see if there was anything, you know, any ideas that were there that could be used. And this guy was none other than John Trump. Yes, you are hearing that right. This was actually Donald Trump's uncle. And this is fact, you can look it up. His name was John Trump. He was actually a very, very smart scientist.